Hey y'all, welcome back to Girl Steph. So I thought I'd switch it up a bit, right? We're getting ready to go into the second half of the year, man. I can't believe it's already July. But anyways, with that being said, I thought we'd take a look at some of the homeschool planning because again, we're still planning, it's just in the homeschool realm. So I thought we would take a look at the planners that I use. And guys, when I tell y'all I am in love, I'm obsessed with School Nest. She has done her thing, right? So we actually worked with the School Nest Minimalist Planner this year. We are year-round homeschoolers, so our year technically ends in August, and we take the whole, not the whole month, but we end like the second week of August, and we start like the third week in September. So we get that break for our little summer break. That's when we do our vacations or whatnot. But anyway, so this year we used this one, which was amazing. I'll dive into that again if you're interested. And then this going into the 2024-2025 school year, we're going to be working in this weekly planning notebook, 12-month Undated. I am in love because it's so much smaller than this. It's minimal, and I think it's going to work. I think I'm going to find my flow in that. Then again, I have a 7th grader and a future 4th grader. They each year, thanks to School Nest, they have graduated into their upcoming grade with the new notebook. And guys, I don't know about you, I have 2 kids. All the shout outs to people who have more than 2. Y'all are the true heroes, right? But anyways, I color code my kids. So my daughter's blue, my son is green. That helps us stay organized when I'm putting things together. And then again, I got this science notebook for my daughter. She wanted to be an astronaut at one point, and she still kind of has an inkling of that, but fell in love with art. So we're still exploring that. So I got her this. So this is what we are going to look at today. I am actually going to order some more School Nest notebooks, the timeline history, and then just the original notebooks, but we'll talk more about that later. If that sounds like something you might want to take a look at, stay tuned. All right, so let's get started. So the first one we're going to dive into is a look at what we use this year. So this year, like I said, I'm using the School Nest, the Homeschool Lesson Planning Minimalist, and this is her minimalist one. She has tons of varieties, so you can find her on Amazon, and I'll actually link this one in the description, and then the weekly one that I'm going to be using this year. So that way, if you're interested, you can just click on the link, and it'll take you right to it, save you some time, right? And so again, what I do for me to save me a headache, I am a tab queen. So all things organization that helps me be able to get to it quick, that's me. So I tab it on whatever it's dealing with, that's what I do. So for those people who like to color, this is a neat thing because you could actually color it and make it pretty. Since I do work in planners of all sorts, I don't actually color. I just like stickers and all that. So I leave that alone. But I always open up. This is the cool thing about this type of planner. Like, guys, she has like this table of contents, right? And it tells you what's in here. So, and that's kind of how I have it tabbed to match that. So added my little washi tape in here for that one. And then I always open, this is how my year works. So 2023, 2024, our school is Jackson Garden Academy, and we established in 2019. So that's when I first started homeschooling. So I can't believe this is going to be our 6th year, and I'm loving every minute. Is it always easy? No, but it's worth it. So I have our mission statement, right? Growing and developing into the leaders Christ intended us to be, where excellence is the norm, not the exception. And then our foundation is Proverbs 16:3, where it says, commit to the Lord whatever you do, and he will establish your plans. So I always have a quote. This year's quote was, educating the mind without educating the heart is no education at all. So that's from Aristotle. So I'm a quote. As y'all will see, I love all quotes. So first thing when you hop in here, she has this blank these blank pages, right? And as you can see here, I color coded with washi, as you'll see as I dive into this a little later. So I color code with my washi. Again, this is where we were going through a lot. So I actually put her on a virtual online school. So this is all that information. Again, I pulled her out real quick. So anyway, that's another video, right? So it has areas where you can do the year for 2023, 2024. I didn't do that. Field trips right here. You know, I always start out ambitious, and it's okay if you don't follow through, right? So more blank pages to put whatever. You have your attendance page. I try to track. Here in Texas, you don't have to keep track of your attendance. So that's why I'm not as disciplined in this area. But I tried. So what I did though, in the blue, that's all the days off on the weekends. So you have your classes here. And it's plenty. If you have more than one homeschooler, there's plenty of room. So you could actually write both. You know, I have 2 kids, so like I said, this one was dedicated to Madison, and that's all. Curriculum overview. We have, again, curriculum overview. So you have 4 pages of curriculum overview. Again, you can just put your course, your math, language, writing, arithmetic, right? Whatever, the 4, however you want. But if you had 4 students, you could actually do 1, 2, 3, 4. I only have 2, so I could actually break this to Madison, and I can do Nicholas, right? If I wanted to do that. Then we have our book list. So again, I have a label maker with Madison and Nicholas. I think I'm gonna actually get some custom stickers made. But this is keeping up with our books that we read this year. So Madison, Nicholas. It has more, so I could have actually did Madison on both, Nicholas on both, but I didn't. So we don't really read that many books, but we do try to incorporate a lot of books. So you see how many book lists? So you can actually have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 kids that have their own. So again, I have the curriculum progress. In a perfect world, guys, this would be filled out, but again, it's me and life happens, and I wasn't as disciplined in this because I'm still trying to find my niche and how to plan or whatnot. So we got the curriculum progress. We have Nicholas on his. All right, and now, so the difference between this planner and the one I'm going to use this is she has all the months clumped up to the front. So you get your month, and then you get a month's blank page, and then it goes into the next month. So that's the pattern. Month in review, month in review. So you get it. So that's how it is. And I told you I color code mine, right? So I stuck the washi here. So September, October, November, and if we go back to where it started, right here, I'll give you some ideas if you want to keep an inventory of what month you're on, where you can just, so you don't have to add stickies on each one, you can actually just go to the color that matches the table of contents, right? December, and so on. So that's how she has it. So the months are all up front. So I have my months tab, so I know that, and then it jumps into the weeks. So, sorry y'all, I'm outside and that bird scared me. Anyway, so I add which week this is. This one, kind of add what goals we have, what day was the virtual school starting in this case. We're gonna tweak our week as we go. So these are just mental notes for me. Then I have my weekly goals and notes here. And then I try to do our schedule. So we're more of a routine people, not schedule. So the difference being is the schedule is literally 8 o'clock, we wake up. 8:30, we eat breakfast. 9 o'clock, school, blah, 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 right? I and my family, we are routine people where it's more of a block schedule. At this time, let's see, like Mondays, we're gonna do math and reading. On Tuesdays, or our routine goes, we're gonna wake up in between the hours of 9 to 2, we need to get math, science, lunch, and some outside activity in. Between 2 to 4, we need to take a break, some screen time, and blah blah. So it doesn't matter what time, it's just a matter of if we get it done within that block, if that makes sense. So again, you have your weekly overview, then you actually have the week, right? So then I plan. So how I try to do it is mostly I switch, because again, it's all one big experiment until I figure it out on how I really want to work it in my head. So I have language, math, electives, science, social studies, free space. And then for each kid, I would write Nicholas is green. Remember I told y'all that? And Madison is blue. So I would kind of color code it. Again, I switched to see what works. That didn't work or whatever. Last year, guys, 2023 was a crazy year for us. My husband had got really sick and ended up in the hospital twice, and major surgery and whatnot. So that kind of threw our whole world in a loop. So the beauty of homeschool is you're always playing catch up, and you can always pick up where you left off. And if you miss something, you can always focus on that. So that's why I love homeschool, because if my kids would have been in school, it would have really been a mess. But anyways, and see, Nicholas got sick, so he was out. And then you see empty pages. But the way it works with hers is, again, weekly overview. I like to put a number of what week we're in, kind of do our routine here, whatever schedule I want to work with, and then the week. So I'll flip it through so you can see. Overview, weekly goals and notes, schedule, and then you have your week. And then it repeats itself all the way for 52 weeks, right? So it's a good planner for year-round, for if you don't go year-round, but it's a good planner. And then you have your curriculum reflections, what worked, what didn't. Again, I started putting grades here because I just haven't whited it out or whatnot. Curriculum plans for next year. Gives you space for that. And then an end of the year wrap up, what went well, end of the year wrap up, focus for next year, right? And then that's it. So that was that one. So let me switch gears and tell you why I fell in love with this one. So this one is a minimalist one. I mean, this is minimalist too, but guys, it's big. It's an awesome one, and it was minimal because I actually do have the thick one where I first started out. And like any first-time homeschooler, you want to do all the things because you don't want to feel like you're leaving anything out. So I had the Mac Daddy of School Nest planners, and that one was overwhelming for me. So then I found the minimalist. That one was good, but then she came out with this one, and I was like, oh, it's amazing. So the weekly planning notebook, 12-month undated planner. So this one, guys, so this is how it shows. It's a 12-month undated planner. Write my year in there, right? And it has some blank pages. Again, your table of contents. And you can always stick a sticker on here to cover it up, right? But you do whatever you feel like it. Notes, I'm gonna write the name of our school, our mission statement, scripture, all that on this one. I haven't figured out what I'm gonna use these two for yet, but it'll get used up for something. Probably kind of like a table of contents for me for Madison and Nicholas, and I'll actually write it out like APA style on what books and curriculum we're going to use for the year for each kid. I think that's what I'm going to do on here. And then it has the calendar for the year. It has another one you can use for absences if you want to take attendance. And then it jumps right into the month. So I'm probably not going to color code this one with the washi like I did the other one. It's all good because now it's not as spread out. So we have the month area for notes. And then this month I can write what our month of September goals are going to be, what we want to accomplish. Over here, I haven't decided yet what I'm going to do yet. I'll probably do another block scheduling, see how that works. Math every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, such like that. And then again, what I want to get done for the week, right? So this will be our weekly agenda. And then it jumps into the weekly plan. The beauty of this one, guys, is literally I can highlight what month we're in, right? And then I can highlight what week number, right? 52 weeks. And then what week. So this will automatically be September. So I would highlight September, right? Week 1. And actually, I don't know. I think this is actually the week we're doing. So whatever day we start on, I think it's going to be like the 20th. So the week of the 20th through the 26th, I can highlight that, and then week 1, right? So that's my weekly plan, and it actually gives you the plan. So we'll see how that's going to work. So I like it though, because it keeps up right here. And then we have a month of reflection. So then I can see what we did this month, how we did. I think this year I want to try to incorporate pictures into what we did in our lessons, and from there. So then it jumps right into the next month. So I love it because it works like a planner that I'm used to with my everyday. I have my month, then I have this month's objectives, then I have the weekly objectives, and then I have week 1, or yeah, so we'll figure it out. But I liked it. I had a plan. I should have wrote it down on sticky notes, which I did in the back, but reflection, and that's how that one works. So as you can see, I went ahead and did all my tabbing. So I'll just flip through the tabs because it's the same thing. Month, this month, reflection, and then your week. All right, so there we go. So I have December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, oh, we missed September, but yeah, okay. Oh, you know what? It's not, because September, it's over, because that's when we start. Okay, so I have that tab. This is the end, signaling. So now I have my notes. So I'm thinking I'm gonna find a grade sheet and just print it out on sticker paper and put it here, so that way when I grade her papers, I'm actually gonna have it here. And I think this year I'm gonna actually track her grades, because she's going into 7th grade, where now, you know, grades start to matter a little bit more. So you have all these note pages, so I can do that with the different subjects on each one, right? Here, there's a lot of note pages, so the sky is the limit on what I can put on each one. So I have it here. So look guys, this is what I have. I tabbed it in the back. So she gives you examples on you can use on, you know, if you didn't know what you wanted to do, you have your examples here. And then, so here, monthly goals, creative. That's what I said. I want to try to do some pictures on mine this go away. But she has some ideas you can use. Make your own headings. I think I have items needed for the week to collect. So that way, if there's a curriculum or a subject that week that I need to get, like go to the Dollar Tree and get some paper or something for an experiment, I'll put it here, so that way the week before I can actually look at it and go out and get it. Then I have right here, block schedule, what we're gonna cover this week. So that's what I have there. And here, so I did put my little stickies on how I think I'm gonna do it. So sidebar is gonna be Monday through Friday. So the beauty here, it's blank. So you can always draw your line. So I can do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, make it balanced out. Top bar is for subject and loop for core and electives. So instead of having Monday, Tuesday here, I'm actually gonna have my subjects here. And I'm actually gonna do a page for each kid. So I'll have Madison on this page, Nicholas on this page. And here she has it for you right here. See, it's March, and then the week of the 3rd through the 9th, and it's week number 12. So that's how you would track it, right? So that, and again, I like how she has notes here, so you can actually get some ideas from that. And then on the reflection, I have this year I'm going to try to incorporate pictures, kind of like a scrapbook page. So that's that, and that's why I'm in love with this planner. So that is what we're using this year, and I'll go real fast because these are smaller ones. So again, we have our 7th grade and 4th grade, and again, they are color coded. I always color coded them from when I had the second child, which is Nicholas. I asked what their favorite color is. So blue is Madison's, green, his changes throughout the year, but I stick with blue and green. And literally everything blue is Madison's, everything green is Nicholas's. It makes life easy. So School Nest, you get those. I'll actually drop that in the description box as well. So this is what this looks like. So I'll just go through the 7th grade one. So they get to put their name. I let them decorate it with stickers, you know, so they can do their thing. It has lines and then it has stock grids. The way I did it is the one they're using now, I actually tab it how I have this one tabbed like this. For theirs, I'll put like language, spelling, math, vocabulary. So that way I divide the book up evenly and they can just go to the tab that they need for whatever subject they're working on. So that's basic look at this. And then I know y'all probably, if you're into homeschool, you've already heard of the Walduck Way, right? So she has made life simple. So they have tons of books out there that you can get what your child should be learning at this level. She's basically made a bullet sheet for you on what your kids should be what they should be learning at this level. So what I did is I printed this out, and then when I get ready to set up my teacher planning notebook, I always do a Happy Planner teacher one that houses the answers to my to their curriculum, and it just keeps everything in one spot for me. So I'll do a video on that, so it might help somebody keep their stuff together. So 7th grade, these are the things she should know. So it kind of helps me gauge where she should be, and I just put it in here so I wouldn't lose it. So again, with juniors, it's the same book, just different color, and I have a 4th grade skill set for him. And this year my daughter is going to get a planner, and we're going to work heavily on learning how to use a planner, because they have to learn somehow how to use a planner. So we're going to do that for her. And then, like I said earlier, the science notebook I'm getting for her, I got this space one because, again, she loves space, and she did want to be an astronaut at one point, but then again, after learning what you have to do to become one, she kind of got scared with, we saw a movie, I forgot what movie it was, but I don't know, what was it? It was a documentary on the Blue Angels, and they kind of do a science, like a space I can't even say the word, simulation, with the pilots. And a couple of the pilots, these are like top-notch people that are very strong, but it was funny because literally they lose conscious real quick and their body twitches, and she saw that. She was like, nope, I'm out. So I don't blame her, but you know, I'm never going to give up that. So whatever she wants to be, she can be, right? We have her back. But I thought I'd get this, and she loves astrology and wanted to be an astronaut. She still might change, right? But she's very artistic, guys. She loves to draw, and she's good at what she does. But the science notebook, they have different covers you can choose from, but I like this, and I'll just give you a sneak peek. This science book, it has blank plus graph plus line sheets, right? So when you first open it, we can actually track. So September would be our first tracking key, right? And she can track the weather for the year and actually color code it. We live in Texas, so it's only going to be probably 2 temperatures, hot, or actually you can do hot, 3, hot, super hot, and then cold, right? When it reaches 60, it's cold in Texas for us, right? But that's what we have. And then we have the scientific method, which is cool to have in the front of your science book. And then when you dive in, it literally has a spot. So if they need to draw something, like if we're studying atoms, she could draw an atom here, write a description of what it is, and then over here, more notes. So again, she will be learning how to do Cornell notes this year. That's going to be our focus. So we'll do some Cornell notes, a drawing, and then a description of what she's drawing. And that's basically how the whole thing is. You get 100 sheets. So I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be a fun year, I believe. Like I said, I'm going to purchase the history timeline because we are going to dive in deep on history. I'm still not sure. History is one of those subjects that's kind of like, oh, I don't know where to start. So we always start and stop. So, but this year, since she is 7th grade, getting ready, 2 more years until she's in high school, we're gonna go ahead and start honing in on some history. So once I figure out that, then I'll go ahead and share it with you with a flip through on what we decided to do. But hopefully that kind of helped you, maybe encourage you to get some notebooks for your kids, so that way they can always know where they're at, and then tab it to specific subjects. And then most importantly, keep yourself organized with a notebook. So hopefully y'all got a lot out of this video. I know it's a longer than usual video, but hopefully you got some value out of it. And I will be actually planning in my planner, and I'll show you how I plan our year. And again, if you're interested in that, I'll give a date and time when I'm going to do that, so that way you can follow along, grab your planner, we can plan together. But otherwise, hopefully you enjoyed this video, found some helpful tips, and don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and hit that button so you never miss a video. Y'all, let's go out and make it a great week.